Hello, this is CurtisCroweThePhotoPro here, and today we're going to talk about image stabilization. Right now I'm handhelding an image stabilized Sigma lens to show you the effect of image stabilization. As you can tell, the video is hardly wiggling except for the occasional jolt. And now what you're wondering is it image stabilized or is this just my natural handhelding? Well, we're going to find that out. I'm going to go ahead and hit the button in 3, 2, 1. As you heard the clicking, and now you can see how my real handheld shakiness looks. Now this is at 250 millimeters on a crop sensor, so this is more than a 250 millimeter zoom, and that's how much wiggle you get naturally. But the simple image stabilization that's built into most lenses, not all but most lenses, makes this much of a difference. Boom. And this is on a cheaper Sigma lens, so it's not even one of the top of the line for image stabilization technology. So as you can tell, that's a huge difference. If we can image stabilize that much and get rid of that much wiggle, then I can have a slower shutter speed, where if I have my image stabilization off, and obviously if there's so much more wiggle that I'd have to go way more than just one stop up in shutter speed to potentially still make this a sharp image. Now, to kind of give you an idea, when you go wider though, you're going to notice less of the shake. Now, there's still quite a bit there, but I'm going to go ahead. Now, there's still quite a bit there, but I'm going to go ahead and turn it on. Boom. Now, there's hardly any shake there. And then we're going to turn it back off in a second. 3, 2, 1, it is off. And you can see all that wiggle coming back. Now we're going to go even wider. Now this is 18 millimeters. Barely see the box anymore. And that is with image stabilization off. I'm going to keep my hand as steady as possible. And you still see a little bit of wiggle. But if we turn on that image stabilization, which I'm having a little troubles with, let's drop the aperture just a little bit just to get the exposure right. And then we're going to go ahead and turn on image stabilization. And now you can't see any wiggle, at least I can't tell from my LCD screen. So sometimes going wider can actually get rid of a lot of that wiggle. So if you have the room to go wider, maybe that's something you want to do. Where if you go longer with a more zoom lens, let me pull back on that image stabilizer, obviously that's going to be way more shaky, so you have to up your shutter speed anytime you zoom in more. Then that's also a very important thing to know. So if you are on a zoom lens and shutter speed is something that's more accessible to you, you're not in a low light environment or something like that, so you have a little bit more play with shutter speed, then if you go longer, in order to keep your image sharp, you have to up that shutter speed or turn on that image stabilizer. So I hope that was useful for you. As always, this has been Curtis Crowe, the Photo Pro, and as I always do, toodles.